Where are the aliens, the visitors from another planet, from an advanced technological civilization? In our galaxy alone, the Milky Way, there are about 200 billion stars, and likely many planets orbit each of them. Some of these planets must provide conditions that are not too hot, not too cold, essentially suitable for life. Even if the probability of life emerging on a given planet is low, and even if the chance of evolution leading to intelligence, civilization, and advanced technology is slim, calculations suggest that the probability remains high that thousands or even millions of technologically advanced civilizations exist out there. Yet, we see no one anywhere. This dilemma was raised by Enrico Fermi in the 1950s, and the still unresolved mystery is known as the Fermi Paradox. Although today we can estimate Fermi's original questions much more precisely. For example, we now know there may be as many as 500 billion planets in the Milky Way, with at least 10 billion Earth-like planets. The big question remains unanswered. Why are we alone? Before we dive into one of the most exciting possible explanations, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you. One possible explanation for the Fermi paradox is the Great Filter hypothesis. Based on Fermi's original thoughts, this concept was introduced by Robin Hanson in a 1996 essay, later adopted by numerous scientific sources as an explanation for the paradox. The idea suggests that there exists one or more massive barriers in the development of life, making intelligent civilizations extremely rare or short-lived, preventing any from reaching the era of interstellar expansion. The evolution of civilizations is a long, multi-step process, and at each step, they might encounter a great filter that prevents further progress. First, we need the formation of a suitable star system with habitable zone planets. The next step is the emergence of self-replicating molecules. Then we can see the development of simple, nucleus-free prokaryotic life. After that comes the evolution of complex eukaryotic cells with nuclei. As we progress, multicellular organisms appear. We see the emergence of evolution and progressively advanced life forms. The evolution brings us tool-using animals and the emergence of intelligence. They might form an advanced civilization, and that civilization might enter the era of space expansion. We have two possible scenarios for humanity. If the Great Filter lies in the past, it means we have already passed through it. Among the above steps, we are already at the last one before interstellar expansion. If the Great Filter is in the past, it must have been one of the earliest steps, such as the origin of life or its rapid expansion. Life appeared on Earth 3.5 to 4 billion years ago, starting as simple, nucleus-free organisms. These primitive cells were extremely resilient, thriving in various environments for billions of years. However, they lacked complexity, which would allow for the evolution of more advanced life forms. A single event, around 2 billion years ago, changed everything. The transition from prokaryotes to eukaryotes, cells with nuclei. The leading theory, endosymbiosis, suggests that a larger prokaryotic cell engulfed a smaller one, which survived and formed a symbiotic relationship with its host. This engulfed cell became the mitochondrion, the powerhouse of eukaryotic cells. This process may have been so rare that it happened only once in the entire history of evolution. That's why some scientists consider this a potential great filter. Since then, no similar transition has occurred. While prokaryotes have remained largely unchanged for billions of years, eukaryotic cells evolved into plants, animals, fungi, and eventually human civilization. If this transition was so exceptionally rare, it could mean that most planets where life appears only develop bacterial-like organisms, never advancing into complex life. If true, the universe could be filled with simple life, yet intelligent civilizations remain incredibly scarce. Alternatively, the Great Filter might still be in our future, and given the current state of the world, this possibility is not so far-fetched. Global warming, nuclear war, uncontrolled artificial intelligence. Many factors could cause our civilization's demise in the blink of an eye on a galactic scale. It is entirely possible that countless civilizations similar to ours have emerged across the universe over billions of years, yet each one self-destructed before achieving interstellar expansion. Perhaps it's actually a good thing that we haven't yet found extraterrestrial life, especially not traces of advanced civilizations. If they have already gone extinct by the time we discover them, it would strongly suggest that the Great Filter is still ahead of us. And if we ever encounter a civilization more advanced than ours, well, humanity wouldn't stand much of a chance. What can we do? If the Great Filter is still ahead, we must do everything we can to avoid our own extinction and pass through the filter. What do you think? Is the Great Filter still ahead of us? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. If you're interested in the mysteries of the universe and humanity's place in it, don't forget to subscribe.